Here's why this is really important is it's dudes in particular that are like, they Lone Ranger it.
Yep.
It's like loneliness, and it's not, by the way, it's not even about loneliness. It's just, it's more like Lone Rangering, trying to Lone Ranger life. And what you do is kind of like, it's kind of like the John Wayne masculine ideal is like, hey man, I got this. I don't need help. I got this. And my friend, Pastor Joby Martin, he always says the three most dangerous words in English language are, I got this. You don't got this. You don't got this. Basically, there's two reasons for this. Number one, there are a lot of sins and struggles that you will face in your life that they got to be gang tackled. And it's like, hey man, it's like when Derrick Henry is running full speed down the middle of the field, one safety is not going to get him. No. It's like he's going to win that. You're going to have to gang tackle that thing. Every man of God is going to face things in their life. It's bigger than you. And those are moments where it's like that sin, that struggle's got to be gang tackled. So what I would say is that we got this a little bit in the message, is what every man of God needs is you need some corner toters in your life. And I want to talk about what this looks like and how to do it, because guys are really bad at it. Corner Toters is that passage, we all know it. It's the Jesus teaching he's teaching in the house. I think it was Peter's mother-in-law's house. He's teaching in a house, and while he's teaching, these guys bring their friend that's a paralytic, and they bring him on a mat. And they carry him there. They can't get through the crowd, and so they literally climb up on top of the little deal, and they make a hole in the ceiling above Jesus while he's teaching. Super rude, by the way. Like, can you imagine being in a service and we start hearing a impact drill at the top of the
security team will be all over.
Oh my gosh! Mess with the flock, you get the block. That's what they'd be all over that.
That might look a little different.
Yeah, look a little different today.
Scott McNeil and team, bro, that would be a thing. Shout out, security team. But they lower their friend to Jesus, and he heals him. Now, here's what's really interesting. The Bible, he says, it says Jesus saw their faith and healed the man. Now, dude, this is so interesting. The point is, Jesus did not look at the faith of the dude on the mat. He looked at the faith of his friends.
That's good.
And based on the faith of his friends, healed the man. And so here's what every guy needs in their life is you got to have some corner toters. Yeah. Who are the four people, and I'd go four, who are the four people in your life, the men, that when you sin, you struggle, when honestly, when you're not walking towards Jesus, they're the kind of guys who they'll come grab you, they'll stick you on a mat, and they're going to go, hey man, you're a little wounded, you're a little banged up right now, I'm going to carry you to Jesus. You got to have that. At least four corner toters in your life.
It's good.
It seems to me too, Josh, that the younger you get, the harder it is to do that. Because especially when you're young, you don't feel like you need anybody. Like, you just kind of do your own thing. Like, I feel like at some point over life, you start facing different things, and it's like you start to realize.
Wait, say it again? You think the younger you are,
you don't need, the harder it is to do what you're saying, to find the right people in your life.
Oh, interesting. I would have said the opposite.
Well,
yeah, me too.
Tell me why.
Well, I mean, for me, so honestly, dude, it's like right now, I got everything but time.
Yep.
It's like, hey man, I got more money than I did when I was 20. I got more, all the things. What I don't got is time.
Yeah.
Because, I got a very full-time job. I got 3 kids, 14, 10, 6. Which means not only am I a 3X parent right now, that means I'm a professional chauffeur. It's like, so it's, honestly, dude, when I was younger, I had a little more time. So it's like, it was way easier for me to holler at some dudes. And I'll talk about how I accomplish that now in my life.
Yeah.
But now what makes you say the opposite?
Yeah. Because when you're young, you feel like you don't need people. Like, I think that was my story. I think, I had a goal, I had a vision, I was running. And honestly, I didn't have time for friendships. I kind of just, I was busy, and then you hit some bumps in the road, and then you realize, man, I don't know what to do. And honestly, I'm a little lost. And I mean, this is kind of part of my story too. Even like 10 years ago, my faith started to deteriorate because now I'm reading a bunch and I'm studying, and I'm like reading maybe the wrong voices and listening to the wrong people. And then my faith in isolation started to slowly drift. And now I'm like, now there's a moment where you look back and you're like, where am I?
What just happened?
And so that's right. And so, but honestly, like if you even, speaking of like people that are have deconstructed their faith, or that they're a little lost in their faith, the vast majority of them is because they're not surrounded with the right people.
Dude,
100%.
bro, that's it's the whole, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, and a companion of fools will suffer harm.
Right.
Dude, I like to rephrase it like this. What some people say is, you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Honestly, dude, let me take it a layer deeper. You show me your group chat and I'll show you your future. You show me your group text and I'll show you your future. I've watched this with guys my age, and honestly, dude, especially with pastors, you watch, what group text are you in? That's who you're going to become. And dude, let me just say this. I didn't plan on talking about this. Let me just say this really quick. So we hit podcasters and pastors real quick. So here's, honestly, dude, let me go a layer deeper on this. And then I want to get practical, because here's the thing. Good men of God that live consequential lives that make a difference in this world, and they change not just their lives, but their legacies and their lineages. Those guys are not found, they're forged. Like 100% of the time. When there is a man who lives a life of consequence, if you look up underneath that guy's life, what you're going to find is there were 5 or 6 other guys that he chose. He's like, I'm going to be in a posse with these guys. Good. And he chose the right posse. And it's like, it's that thing of, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Real.
It's the same thing, dude, as like, I'm a big military history guy. It's the same thing. Like, I wish I could remember the name. I read a biography of this Navy SEAL last year. Oh man, Adam something. But dude, if you watch these Navy SEALs, man, you watch these interviews, these dudes. So here's what happens, man. They'll do the most insane things, as long as they got 4 other guys that are as lethal as them standing next to them. No, I'm serious, dude. Yeah. So it's like, they'll look at these guys. I read a biography of, or I read a deep dive on some of the guys that killed Osama bin Laden. And brother, I mean, seriously, they're literally, somebody's walking up to this guy, and he's going, hey man, here's what I need you to do. I need you to helicopter drop right into the middle of whatever it is. It wasn't ISIS back then. What was it? It was Al-Qaeda, hornet's nest. You're probably going to die. Heads up, you're going to jump out of a helicopter right into an Al-Qaeda hornet's nest. You're probably going to die. Even if you succeed, there's probably people around him who are suicide bombers. So it's like, even if you succeed, you're probably going to die. And, you want to do it? And if they'll come to like 4 or 5 of these guys and they're like, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Yeah.
Let's go.
Honestly, it's like, if you watch people in the kingdom of God, that's what it's like. It's like you stick Peter around James, John, and go down the list, and all of a sudden it's like, you willing to die? You willing to die? You willing to die? And they're like, yeah, man, let's go.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Well, Sons of Thunder.
It's like
Sons of Thunder.
Peter got a little bit of that thunder.
That's it.
I can only speak to guys in this, but it's almost like what we're saying is, it's like, man, when we're together, men might become stupid in sense of we'll do some stupid things and stuff like that. But when we're alone, it becomes dangerous. It's like, when I say stupid, I don't mean like little stupid. I just mean like we'll do things that you usually, are fun, but also maybe a little, silly. But it's like, man, we're alone, it becomes dangerous. And I think going back to even like the juxtaposition we were saying earlier, is Carlos, maybe we could say it like this, is like, when you're younger, you don't think you need friends and need other guys, but it's actually the easiest time for you to get them. Whereas when you get older, you realize you need them, but then you're so busy. I mean, part of even like a few weeks ago when I was mentioning when I was just found myself vegging, it's because I was like, he was like, our family loves when our girls do softball, but man, that means 3 nights a week.
There you go.
And then we were doing Rooted. Again, it was an amazing thing, but when we were looking at our schedule, every night was full. And so it can be hard then to find those guys in your life who I like to think of them as like, man, your friends are like a riptide. And a riptide is like, literally, if you've never been to the ocean, a riptide is this current that they tell you cannot swim against it. Like it's useless to swim against it. It's the only way to get out of it is actually to swim the side and get out of the tide. But that's why it's so important to surround yourself with the right people, because when you begin to go in a direction you shouldn't, those people are actually going to take you the direction you should be going to. So yeah, to me, it's like, I think of, man, if like the people around me are a riptide, where are they taking me? But also, if I don't have anybody around me, then I'm just drifting. I'm just floating out in the ocean and just aimlessly drifting.
So you'll get, let me, so it's really interesting if you look at some of the most consequential people in the Bible. It's like go David, like man after God's own heart, warrior king, like accomplishes incredible things for the kingdom of God. Ask yourself the question, how did he structure his relationships? Okay, so I got a pastor buddy who says this: every man of God needs a king's table, is what he says. And he looked at the life of David. I think this is actually really helpful. He's like, every dude, Carlos Arazo needs a Joab. You need somebody that's a peer. They have the same spirit as you. It's like, hey man, I want to fight a battle. They're going to fight battles with you. That was Joab. Joab was leader of David's army. They both shared like a common aggression and mission. You need a Nathan. Nathan was almost like the appointed prophet to the king, an older man, a wise man who could speak on behalf of God and walk in and at times rebuke David. Like, hey man, you know, his whole, you are the man after David's affair. So you need a Nathan, somebody who will rebuke you. And then, and then you need a Jonathan. You need at least one Jonathan. That's the friend that sticks closer than a brother.